Next to us, runs blacktop. So he's pushing across the street, and ours, to get rid of his.
Good, how are you? Also, been on.
Are you good?
Would everyone rise for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Moving on. Bids for cleaning and bids for farm ground. We'll move on to those. Everyone want to open one?
Sure.
Opener.
Farm bid.
Let's go first. You want to go, Julian? Go ahead.
Sure. Got a farm bid for 7.04 acres. Sutton Farm bids $170 per acre for the 7.04 acres. Bob and Steve Schlappen.
Okay, how much?
170 per acre.
Thank you.
We need to make a motion for each of these, or can we do them all together?
Is this the only bid?
I have one for Murphy Farms. They would like to bid $200 per acre, and the acreage is 18.7. And it's located at the Kentland Airport. From Max Turner.
Okay, and I have from Jim Smith, cash rent, 14 acres, $170 an acre.
That's good. And that's all three parcels, correct, that we bid out?
Okay.
And one bid on each parcel, correct?
Yes. So we're good.
This that may include the what you just purchased.
Around the back.
Right, I was supposed to get the bid back from Judy and I have not heard back yet.
So we'll be in touch.
Yeah, that may have to be a new bid.
Sounds good. I will make a motion to accept all farm bids as presented.
I'll second that motion.
You have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Has Max farmed at the airport before?
Yes.
Okay, so you're aware of proximity to the runway and all that?
Yes. Sounds good. Thanks, Jude. Moving on. Cleaning bids.
And we have one bid for each, is that what's going on?
Hold on. No.
I'm holding the community center.
You have one for the community.
I do.
This is not. Yeah, this is. We've got a. So. Thank you. Have a good night.
See ya.
That's for Town Hall, Public Works, sewage plant.
And she only goes back to us, so she's not trying to take on more community.
Is she applying for the firehouse, Stacy? Firehouse would love to take on a few more.
So which way, like she's saying, she currently does the firehouse. Correct.
But she doesn't have a price. Does she want to continue to do that? Do you know? Okay. All right. Let's start with, does anyone have one for the depot?
I have one for the community center.
Can you send it?
I have one for the airport.
I have, yes, I have one for, Michelle Alexander for the depot for $300 and $600 from April to October. Okay. We good with that one? Okay. We'll wait for a motion at the end, is that okay? All right, moving on is, we have one for, you have one just for the airport, right?
From Julie Butler, airport cleaning rate at $100 a month for a maximum of 6 hours per month, including vacuuming, dusting, washing windows, cleaning office space, cleaning restrooms, and additional janitorial work as needed.
So here's where it's gonna be tricky, because this is also for, this is for town hall sewage. That does not include the airport.
No.
This one does. I'm interested in town hall, airport, firehouse cleaning positions. So this one does include the airport. And this one does not.
So, first time around for these bids historically, do you do them in groups, or do you say, okay, I'm looking, it's not all broke down, right?
No. There, how did you break them out, Judy? In the paper? Did you do airport,
I did
firehouse, and
airport and firehouse, community center, depot. And then I get town hall, public works, the city department, all this work.
all right, let's go with yours, because no one else
No one
is
else
bidding all the
is
community, so let's figure that
We'll
out.
start here. This one is from David McGill, and it says, to clean the community center and the Batten Park bathroom, $500 a month. To do only the community center, $450 a month. However, if basketball comes back to the community center for the community center and Batten Park would be $600 a month. Basketball comes back to the community center, only $550. So I know it's a little bit confusing there. I haven't heard anything about basketball coming back to the center, have you?
I have not.
That's true.
That'll be next year's bid, though. Well, no, it would be this year. Because it would start at the beginning of the season, so.
Is there a representative from basketball to say that they're gonna be in?
It's, no, it's,
And then we'll act
So-
like it's not happening
Right.
now.
We'll worry about it, yeah.
So,
And I mean, we understand that basketball comes back, he's gonna need compensated for cleaning.
is the Batten Park bathroom a part of that?
yeah, it
Yes,
was added to it.
it was added, yes. Okay. Did you get that, Judy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good there.
So the bid is from David McGill, and it sounds like community center and the Batten Park bathroom together, $500 a month. So we
Okay.
make a motion in a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Alright. And then I'll make a motion to accept Michelle Alexander for the depot for $300 a month and 600 raised.
I'll second that motion.
Did I say? All in favor? Aye. Okay,
And then, do we need a motion?
we've got one with the airport. How do we want to do that, guys?
Well, so we have one that's airport only.
You take this one.
Yes,
So
sure.
I don't have to.
Yeah, no problem. And Julie's is only for the airport, correct?
Correct.
And Amanda, you're here. So the conundrum is that we have one that's only for the airport, and yours is including all of them together. So do you know, to make it easier, we have to just get a quote from her for the airport, is that correct?
Yeah, I put on there, 'cause she just let me write everything I'm interested on there. So I just, above the airport, I just put 30 an hour, 'cause
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Well, it says 6 hours maximum.
are we allowed to adjust it? Like, since I'm here, am I allowed to adjust it? Or no?
Oh,
Did it say that in the publication? I didn't see it.
I think so, yeah.
but They said that they can adjust it here. Is there an issue since she's already read the one out loud?
Well, no, that would be the point of being able to adjust.
Okay.
That all parties involved would be able to do that.
Thoughts? We go with the hourly, right? And hers says a max of 6 hours.
No, hers is 100.
100 a month.
For 6.
Do you have an idea about a month, Amanda?
If it was 30 an hour, it'd be 180 a month, but,
And this is 100.
so that would be like 60, so I could do 15 an hour. That would be just under 100.
And what else is in that book?
The town hall and the thing.
Anything?
The town hall, sorry.
Yeah,
The town hall, firehouse,
The airport,
and the sewage, or no.
town hall, airport.
Look, if I just split it out and split it.
Yeah.
Report separately.
You could.
And then everything else there.
And we still got one more here, so let's do. Go up to the airport. And then do. Because they're gonna be real close in price. So.
Okay.
Once since Julie, you're out at the airport, I think I'll make a motion to accept the bid for Julie Butler for the airport for the cleaning. On that.
Second.
You got a second? All in favor?
All right.
Okay. So the airport's taken care of. Now, new bids, okay. So that's the one, so we got that one. So I have one for 500 a month for town hall, public works, sewage plant. I don't know if that includes the firehouse. How do you?
I currently clean the firehouse, and we'll take on more jobs, so she wants to put in a bid to clean the town hall, public works, and the sewage plant. So this bid is for those 3 buildings at 500. That's what I thought.
What about the fire?
What is the firehouse?
A month? Doesn't she did the same? Is that, okay. What do you got, Mike?
And I have,
Town hall, sewage,
I have, depot,
which is taken care of, we're good on that.
okay, and then, town hall sewage and water works.
Which is 475.
475.
What do you do?
Have town hall and firehouse. Amanda, what do you think for the town hall and the firehouse a month?
So the town hall, she told me it includes all 3, so I just put the 500 for all 3.
All 3 being, I'm so sorry.
The public works, the sewage, and the town hall for 500,
Okay,
and
okay,
then the firehouse for 150.
gotcha. So you're 500 for the town hall, sewage and all that, and the firehouse. is 50. Perfect. And so what are we looking at right now?
So we have the same.
This one's 475, so it's
475.
So it's 25 bucks.
This is 500, this one's 50. That's what I got. Okay. This one,
Michelle.
and who's currently in the town hall?
Okay. She's not-
Okay. So two similar ones.
One swing by
You were $25. Was she doing? She doing something before?
She cleans the depot,
Okay.
and we've accepted that
And you are the second.
for her for the depot.
I mean, you have 2 that are exactly the same, but then one that right between somewhere. Great, I'm happy with.
Yeah.
And
So then I
do
say,
you wanna-
sorry, go ahead.
I
I mean,
was gonna
I'm
say-
fine with, if Matt's happy with who's at the firehouse, then we stay with, since they're the same, then we stay with who's at the firehouse.
Okay, to do all,
No, I would say the firehouse.
so give her the firehouse.
Yeah,
for these
then
buildings here.
kind of split things up.
Okay.
I mean, that's my thought, you guys.
Gotcha, so I'll make the motion then that this is that for the firehouse.
For 100 and, it is 150 right now,
Yes.
150 a month.
And that, and then it gets the town hall sewer, right?
Town hall,
Yeah.
public works, and sewer.
Okay.
And Michelle gets the.
Yeah, we have great notes, because I just confused me.
We good? We got a motion, you made
I
it.
made it.
I'll second it. All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Thank you, everyone.
Get with Judy for clarity.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your interest.
Yeah, thank you.
Is your phone number on the,
Yes.
okay,
Do I need to do anything tonight or will you call me? later?
I'll give you a call. Yes, you can.
All right,
Have to stay for the.
we good? Moving on. Meeting minutes, November 12th, 2025. Has everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes? Good, Mike. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I'll make that motion.
A motion? You got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Receipts. Did everyone have a chance to review receipts? Okay.
Yes. And I'll move the.
Got a motion?
Yep, second.
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Claims?
Looked at the things.
Okay, we got a motion to approve claims as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Financials. Everyone had it.
I'll move to accept.
We got a motion.
You got a second.
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Accounts payable.
Right there.
Okay. Moving on. Building commissioner.
4 new permits issued since our last meeting, totaling 475. The shed at Creekdale on the second and Doss has been demolished. We're in the process of getting that all out of the way. Facade on Third Street, here, Grace Third property, that's been fixed. The 3 properties on Allen Street are moving along nicely. The building did get built for the Smith, Terry Smith property. So I assume the things will start moving out of that house and the house start getting more progress to the house itself. I did do an inspection today on East Rose, the new house. Pre-inspection for insulation, and I did an inspection on the 110 West Allen House. Electrical equipment. And that's all I have.
Mike, phase 2 pre travel. All good. Awesome. Do you know, you said basically for that building now, they communicated me about the foundation for the street.
On the street, yes. They found a company that's gonna come and do, some repairs to that. They have to wait till spring. So they're gonna continue to build.
It's fixable.
Yeah, even though she purchased a new house.
Yeah.
House is gonna look off. They're gonna have to come in the spring and do that. Awesome, that's important. Brian,
Anything else?
Yeah, and then we did meet Becky and I met with Rigsby, came to an agreement on the house on Seymour, and came to an agreement that Becky would like to send it to us.
so that, was there inspection involved in that, or?
March 15th.
Anything else for Matt on the building commissioner? Moving on, fire.
8 fire calls, 3 of which are mutual aid, 27 medical runs, 2 trainings, 1 visit training. Our brush trucks are in depletion. They've moved to Little Outfitters for the light face all radios, decals. They'll come back to our station. We have some plumbing to do with our pumps and things of that nature, and hopefully have those back before Christmas. That's where we're at. Those questions for Becky. So we have a lot of small things we need to sell outright. Do we have to do bids on anything? Is there a price limit we can do sell things without having to put bids out? Like we have 10 sets of tires, so we're gonna do a couple bumpers, things like that.
Can be like a cell gauge.
Let me look into that, because I'm not certain of the answer right off the top.
I thought in the past, it's under 5,000. Technically, time over at campus to sell it, but I'm not sure on that. Years ago, we did something like that. You let me know. That's all I have.
Anything for Matt, fire chief? Good. Good. Thank you. Town manager.
The last meeting you asked me to speak to the new owners in Napa about the parking lot moving forward. They're still okay with that. Actually, they might tie some pumps into our stormwater drain to help alleviate the problem off of Seymour Street where they pump it straight onto the sidewalk. You ever notice that? Usually they're right out there. So they're looking into that as well. So they're all for us paving that. They had mentioned something about possible handicap spots that might divide the building into 2 or 3 different doors, entry doors. So I don't think that'll affect our project at all. So we're good to go moving forward. So waiting on Jerry Yoder to give a quote, and also contacted by a company from Lafayette, Atlas. Seems like a bigger company, but they're more capable of handling the work. They're willing to give a quote as well, so I'm gonna work with them in the next couple of weeks, maybe get 2 quotes to present to you guys on it. Now, the not so good news, Community Crossing grant was denied for us this round. They only did 1 this year. We did not make the cut. When I made contact with Ken about it, they're going to reopen it, it sounds like in January. They have some extra money, they didn't spend it all. There's a possibility we can get accepted at that time. It's gonna slow down the idea of downtown, how we're gonna restripe it and all that, so. We do have some money set aside if we don't make the second round and give the town and country how much it would cost to do it out of our pocket. We have set aside to match the Community Crossing. So hopefully, Community Crossing will be the planning study with Ken, he's been obviously delayed with some of the snow on the ground. He did start today with his crew, looking at manholes, and taking pictures and inspecting those, document as well as starting new maps. So they were in town today looking at manholes, we'll be in town probably the rest of the week, weather pending. You guys wanted some yield signs ordered for Eastmere. To install those yield signs, and like a stop sign where we need ordinance and everything else.
It's my understanding.
So that's where we're at with that project. I do have the sign, we just have to have Becky probably throw something up or whatever.
Honestly, you might be able to answer this, but until it's put into place, if he gets them located and installed, you can just hope that they choose to yield and just unenforceable, right?
Yeah, you can go ahead and place them, you just can't write it based on them until draft. But I can get that ordinance put together for the January meeting, if you can give us a specific detail for what you're saying.
I'll send you one more.
Perfect, thank you.
Lastly, we still have that annoying water leak in Cass Point. We ruled out the depot, has nothing to do with the depot, it's underground somewhere, hasn't surfaced. We're gonna install a whole new water line from the meter pit all the way up to the depot. Question for the board is, those water phosphorus hydrants we have out there, We don't utilize those as a town. I don't know if you still want those on the line.
How many do you have?
There's two, there's one by the playground equipment and there's one over by the pond.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that they should stay. This way I can get an alternative for people who get water out there.
Okay.
Because I think that the kids are out there at some time and they're playing. They get thirsty.
So what's it?
No water fountain, but it's water.
Okay.
Where's the other one at?
There's one by the playground and over by the pond kind of.
I thought there was one in the southwest corner too.
Oh, there is, but that one's not affected with this line.
So, I mean, would you be okay if we did one?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
could you do one as you went into the depot and put it right there in the line?
Because with a new layout, I haven't seen a new layout in the park. I don't know if that one hydrant was getting removed anyway by the playground. I wasn't sure the layout and design of that.
It would just
so.
be nice long term if we had a place for the people utilizing the park to get some water. You know, I can remember being a kid out there and playing for hours and you don't have to ride all the way home to get some water. But then we could use it for, it would just be-
So maybe leave one.
Is there an alternative use for that now? No, water. Gas plant.
It's only a
Yeah.
1 inch line every quarter.
It's not a
There's
hydrant.
nothing for fire.
It's hand pump.
There's a-
We got some
You guys
time to
wanna
think
do-
about that though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a trencher in there. It's probably gonna be a spring before we get that. Unfortunately, I have to deal with adjusting the bill when it comes time, so.
No, as long as we're tearing ground up out there, it makes sense to do it, and we tear the rest of the ground up.
Is that something we're doing this spring?
We hope so. We get the, okay from the feds.
Is that something, who's doing the work out there for that?
Has to go ahead.
So you're sending out to the contractor?
They'll have to. Right, Casey?
For the tearing of the stuff down, I thought we were tearing it down and we're putting up the playground, but we're not building the building.
So who's building the playground?
We are building the playground.
The park board,
We're going to try to get a volunteer crew like we had last time.
okay. I wouldn't know anything about it, so I'm just trying to inquire more questions.
Yeah. Our hope is that we can do a community build like we did last time and that some of the people who built with us last time would come build again, since they're familiar with it.
And they're good at it.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of back crews fingers on it.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Ricky. Anything for Ricky? Good?
No, I guess, I was just thinking that compared to what happened, compared to what happens with that flood rate, not the flood thing, and then putting a water fountain there, then obviously, we don't have to use for that.
Well, you could put like a spigot on the side of the restroom.
So,
You go through the logistics.
Yeah, so I got it, too.
All right, you good, Mike? Anything for Ricky? Okay, moving on, aviation.
Things are going well.
Police chief. Oh, sorry, police chief. Sorry,
just kidding.
you already had a check mark.
Bro, I had 50 calls for service last year, I wish, last month. The new Tahoe and my old Tahoe are down, move over, everything's getting switched over. So we should have hopefully the old Tahoe back sometime next week, and the new one shortly following thereafter. And then the new one will go to get the decals and stuff put on it, so it'll be in service pretty soon. The new one, the old one will come back, get detailed and get put out for bid. We have the town wants to dispose of it. I have a couple things for the board to review. One of my properties is finally came into compliance. However, we have some outstanding fines. So legal has reviewed that, however, the board needs to review that before I send that.
Is that intention, Gary?
You said that copy is in compliance
Yes.
now.
It is in compliance with everything we've asked.
This one you want to see, the letter to is. in compliance.
Yes.
You see it, Becky?
I did see that, yes.
$17,200, sorry, Carol.
No, you're fine.
17,200.
So I will send that out certified when you give me the approval.
So, we'll go with this going out 17-2. Just as a board, do we want to, are we trying to recover the cost of 17,200? Or are we trying to get them, I mean, do we want them to pay that, or are we more trying to, I don't want to say this.
Do you have legal fees in this at all? Okay.
I mean, our goal is to get people in compliance, but like, what? I mean, sending this, of course, would scare him if he didn't do it. But now that it is in compliance, I mean, what's your guys' thoughts? Just moving forward
Yeah,
too,
I think
with
it-
everything.
Off the top of my head, you open the door, you list that precedent, so you're right. Now, do you treat businesses different than you treat residents?
When I see the president, yeah, I see what you're saying, if you let him off with a fine, which you're saying, yeah.
So the other thing is that, okay, he's in compliance until he stay in compliance.
Correct.
And the second thing is, I mean, that was a long, hard path to do that.
Correct.
So,
And I'm fine with it.
if anything, I would send it, and if he objects to it, then we can talk about, remedial act beyond that.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure we weren't gonna send that and then we're gonna say, oh, we're just gonna waive all that, because then we kind of spend a bunch of time doing that, so.
So I know that we are gonna have another ordinance meeting until after the first of the year. Ricky and I discussed this. The situation's getting worse. So I have drafted an off-street only parking ordinance for Allen and Iroquois. And the reason behind that is right now, there's a section where I can just get my Tahoe through it. You'll never get a fire truck through it. You'll never get an ambulance through it. Real Ricky, that they can't plow it. And those are our two problem areas. So this is a draft for you to review.
What zoning are they?
The street.
But the houses in that area, do they have
They have the capability of having off-street parking.
are they required based on their zoning to have 2 spots off?
There are two.
That is a building commissioner question, Councilman.
You are an ordinance,
Oh,
so.
I'm looking at the streets, not the zone.
Well, part of our zoning, I believe, says that you're supposed to have 2 off street.
I think you're
Right, depending on which one it is.
Yeah,
so I-
So,
Shows are two.
Can we get a confirmation on that?
Certified.
You look at this?
do we,
Vote?
We can review this and get back to you, so.
But I think it's something that we need to address sooner than later because it's getting to be an issue. And I know I've mentioned it a few times, but after seeing here in the last few weeks, I'm like, we have to do something. So I told her, yeah, we'll get something drafted up and
We'll review it and look into the thing, and get with Matt, see about that. and go from there. Becky, you were gonna say something after, before this came up.
Yes, on that letter, you guys did not take a vote on that yet. I was gonna suggest that perhaps you might wanna take that under advisement and just give some thought the approach that we're taking there, and particularly, how you're gonna react, if there is some pushback on that.
Okay.
I think that you should probably have a plan in place.
So we'll wait on that and we'll take that under advisement.
So, the motion is to table that for the next meeting.
So you do not want me to send that letter?
Not at this time.
And then we're tabling this till the next.
Right.
meeting.
Yep.
So you need two separate motions here?
No motion, we just can table it. Yep.
That's all I got.
Good?
Yep.
Thanks, Jamie. Anything for Jamie? Do you have anything, Mike?
No.
Moving on, aviation.
One project is complete, made a dramatic improvement in the airport. The windows are starting to fall out, the seals, the condensation from the inside is rotted all the seals and the seal plates out, so we're fixing that right now. Things are going well, I taught, Tom doing how to run the large snow blower, so now there's more people who knows how to run that, so I was doing it. But that's all going well. The FAA, back when they did their land use inspection, and I had to take them around and show them all the hangars. And they drew exceptions to hangars that had aircraft in them that were not being used, obviously not being used. But they looked the other way because at that time we did not have a hangar waiting list. We didn't have anybody on the hangar waiting list. Well, now we do. Now we have 3 people on it that want to move airplanes to Canton. And we don't have open hangars. Well, 2 of those hangars are occupied by people whose one aircraft is completely disassembled and deregistered, which poses another problem for us. Her name is Don Lindsay? Yeah, from Sheldon. And then another one is a guy named John Osborne from Good Morning, Illinois. He has 2 small airplanes in a hangar, and they haven't moved in years. So I sent them a letter, both of them a letter, requesting that they either become active with their aircraft or move their aircraft. Don Lindsay came to me and we reached an agreement where he would move out of that hangar. In fact, we're going to give him a little corner for half the hangar rate in the maintenance hangar, and then he and I are going to work together over the time to get his aircraft back together, get it deregistered, get it flying. So that took care of one, so that gives us another hangar we can lay out there. The other one, Mr. Osborne, did not respond to my calls, my letters, nothing. He's a bit of a difficult individual. He's never responded to anything since I've been at the airport. He's just kind of regular. What I would like to request at this time is if we can have Becky assist in getting him evicted so that we can use the airport for what's important. The FAA says we can spend a lot of money out there, the town spend a lot of money out there, and if you have active aircraft out there that adds to your operations counts, buys fuel, all that kind of stuff, that's why the FAA invests money in the airport, not store things. So that's my.
I have no issue with that.
The only question I would have is, all the hangars out there, they're just rented out generally, right? Is there a way to put conditions for future renters that they must require the planes be registered?
Which was one of the things that, that the FAA objected to because we didn't have hangar leases. And I told him, look, we get along, we all get along out here. And he said, well, what if somebody comes in and decides to start a dance club in a hangar? And I did exactly what you guys did. He says, it has happened.
Oh, I believe it.
He said, you don't have anything to help you get one out there. So based on all that and their strong advice, I created a lease acceptable to the FAA. I think I maybe even have a good one with that lease. So now we do have leases, and it says that your airplane has to be flown at least 12 times a year. Now, we can't say that it has to be registered because an ultralight truly is an ultralight. It doesn't have to be, doesn't have to go, they have to be registered. So there's a little bit of that.
Did he sign that lease by chance?
No, that he was in that hangar predates that lease. I contacted him, tried to get him signed. That's another one of the things that he never responded. almost everybody else out there now, we have active leases.
Awesome.
So I will, I'll give this letter to Becky, and if you can help us. And also, did, Brian Gardner or Giuseppe, they were going to wire you a year's, hangar lease for hangar 16. Did they do that?
It's not,
Within the last 4 months, probably.
oh, yeah,
It did?
yeah, we received monthly from Franklin Service. Okay, yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah.
I would think that was send Michael to collect that.
Right?
I'll brush up on my Italian.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's where we're at. Things are going well.
Thanks, Jim. Anything? Going on, Mark, board.
We are having our holiday house decorating contest going on, so that's happening in December. We just posted for the farmer's market, we're looking for a new market manager to run that. So we're hopeful that we will find that so that we can continue to have that, so if anyone knows of anyone who's interested, send them our way. We worked with Miracle and Curbsy to make sure that the pricing of our playground won't go up when we enter into the new year, because we're still awaiting whatever the hiccup is at the federal level to get the grant going. Indiana DNR ensures that we have it, but we haven't signed anything or had anything come of that, but no one seems concerned, so we're just waiting for that to happen, and I haven't heard back about the ITP grant that we put in October, so there hasn't been a response on that either. So, that's all I have. The only other thing I saw was that I saw a new business, you were gonna talk about the bench, I do plan to leave after my spiel with my friends, so I didn't know if you needed anything from me about the bench in new business, I don't wanna jump.
No, it's mainly, we've already talked about, bench, donating one for Debbie.
Yep.
It's mainly over what we want to put on the nameplate.
Perfect, great, I
So-
just wanted to make sure that you didn't need me, because I
Nope.
didn't plan to,
Just as long as we know one of those benches needs to be saved for Debbie.
yeah, so that's about it.
Good deal. Thanks, Casey.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything?
Thanks, Casey.
Let's go, Bryce.
Moving on, task force.
Okay, so with the task force, we are changing our meeting schedule next year. We'll meet every other month. It'll be the first Wednesday of the month at 5:30 at the firehouse. So it'll be February 4th, April 1st. June 10th, we've set as the date for our vision planning session. It's the all-day session. Then we'll have meeting August 5th, October 7th, and December 2nd. That is what the meeting for the year. We're also looking to set a meeting in February and March to follow up on the business survey we did, to break that down, so that we look at some of the industry versus some of the retail stuff, but that's underway. Bailey and Joe are working on updating the web. The web pretty much has to be, a web page pretty much has to be rebuilt. So that's a tedious project in progress. We are also looking to define what we want to do. We've had a survey of the downtown facades, and what we need to do is define what we really want out of that. So we're working on that plan there. And then starting in January, we'll have a new secretary taking notes, so we don't have to much scrappy notes. And the RUSAC has stepped up to that, thank you very much. And we did receive the dough from Jasper Newton for the Cass Park playground today, didn't we? Okay. And then we are also looking with Brian Blackford down Ball State for the comprehensive plan for the community. And then I just got word via one of our contacts, we have a really good working relationship with Patrioticity, Authority, that we got contacted by the grant for the Indiana Arts, 2 grants of $5,000 each that are going to be released December 12th. And those are, we're looking at those to supply the bill for the paint for Lincoln Street, and then also the downtown here on Third Street around the clock. For the street. And then
Lincoln Street, the crossings, right?
yeah, right.
Pay for the crossing, we'll make it right off.
Yeah. And then, I don't know where if this really veers into the task force or not, but we did, through Newton County Economic Development, they are also looking at upgrading their website, and we're looking at some things that could really help the town in that regard in terms of communication. Also, if you haven't driven by, we've got a new sign on US 41, for coming from the north. It's on the east side of the road, that's kind of the sign that has the picture of the clock and then the arrow pointing to the downtown, so. But that's nice to have in place. So, that's my task force.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
Attorney.
One thing that I have for you is that I was asked to review a land lease agreement, and I have a number of concerns with this lease. I think that it is something that would help you to go back to potential less than and have some conversations around some of these terms. Some of them are.
What lease is that?
It's the beginning stages of the potential Verizon Tower lease.
Oh,
So they started sending us everything for review purposes. That's something that we have quite a bit of time on. So,
And I assume that they're expecting to
Yes.
negotiate this. So,
they've only made it as far as looking at the area and figuring out how large the space is. We still have to do all sorts of things. And so it's
Yeah, let's make it one-sided for us.
right. And he even said, he's like, you're gonna wanna change things and put in there if it goes through, if you wanna have like the option to put your own tennis on our tower. And all that stuff,
And I'm very sensitive to how that impacts.
so. Yeah, and to even start with their FAA study, they have to come and look at the site and make sure that it was available. So they've done that, and they've sent that part of the system process.
Yes,
I think that that's all that I have for you guys right now. Do you guys have anything for me?
I do. The ground, do we need to, does the town need to move 7 acres around the Baptist church for redevelopment? Do we need to make a motion to do that?
Yes, if you could please do that, and then I will, follow up with a written resolution along the lines of that motion.
I need that, if everything is purchased, and see.
Okay.
So, if they move that to the.
So can I make a motion that we transfer that to redevelopment? As long as council says it's okay.
Yes. You make that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay, and then, the, I did send the parcel, list that Julian generated to Dennis Otten. And I think you got a copy of that, didn't you? Don't you?
Yes, I will.
Okay, and then could we get a map? Drawing of
What are you looking for?
that? Just-
So I can give you like, do you want like a beacon map with where those parcels on it, where it's at, 'cause I can do that. Okay,
Just highlight it.
Yeah, just so we all can kind of visualize what that.
I could probably do the area and I'll show the parcel that we're talking about.
Just something that gives us a guideline.
Because Dennis probably, he needed that before, I don't know if he needs it now.
Well, he wanted the parcel numbers,
Okay.
was the main thing, he wanted the, what
So we can see.
What we wanted, what we look at, but okay, did we catch it?
Yep.
Right. Okay, and then last thing, Becky, the opportunity zone, is, I'm not sure, I've read a couple of different things that seem to be vague to me in terms of extending the opportunity zone for Kentland. That, do we have to reapply for that, or is it automatic? And, are there any hoops we need to jump through to make sure we maintain that? Because I think it goes, I've seen some where it says it goes through 2026, and I've seen another one that says it goes through 2029. So I'm not sure which is correct. If we could do that. Okay. That's all I got. That's all.
I'm good. Are you good, Julie? You have any questions? Thanks, Becky.
I discovered today that we were not paying our dumpster and other fees that they penalty when they're late. He's still told me that they need an ordinance or other fees to be charged 10% on the late fee. So we need an ordinance for that.
And that's for dumpsters?
It's for dumpsters, mowing charges.
Brush pickup, extra.
Brush pickup. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on, clerk,
Yes.
amended salary order.
I have to go it. So. And I have to be and approve.
I'll make a motion to approve salary ordinance. Salary ordinance. You have a second?
I'll second.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Same thing with the holidays.
Do we have a motion to,
Move we conclude the holiday schedule.
do a second? Sorry, all in favor?
That's all right.
Okay. Privilege of the floor. Mara.
That I feel like we've kind of gotten away from our orange water problem. Dog could show you his little orange whitey tighties. So I just wanted to just remember, listen, he wants to see him later. I just want you guys not to get off and forget. I heard, oh, we're down. Let's get some water that my customers will drink because they think it stinks. Okay, that's my little thing.
And with that, we're hoping Ken is supposed to be giving us some answers on what, with
the planning study.
with the planning study on what's causing that or where, or trying to narrow it down a lot.
I think it's the old damn pipes that they kept saying it's not.
Right.
Anyway, whatever it is.
So once that gets done, then we'll start kind of moving forward with next plans.
I mean, maybe even little contraptions on the businesses or homes, that are having a problem. Because when we get too far away, my ice machine repairman always goes, damn, when he has to get his goof out to clean my ice machine. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Okay. Moving on, stipends.
No, let's just table that.
Table that. Roger Boglin, Alcohol Board.
Yes, if you haven't seen, I can think that.
Yes.
Okay, I reached out to Dr. Mitchell, and he said he would do it,
So do you need a motion?
yes.
You Make that motion.
Good motion. You got a second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, moving on, new business. I've been asked about the bench for Debbie. Shane Vogland has reached out to me a couple times about that. And they put together something for the plaque. And they had something that they wanted to put on it. And I said, I would ask you guys, in my opinion, if we're paying for the bench, I feel like the town of Kitland should put something on the plaque. Hers said something in love and memory and then had the crew underneath of it. But I wanted your guys' thoughts. I didn't want to make a decision on that.
It'd be interesting to see what they have in mind.
Yeah, it was a simple saying.
My first thought was just that it makes it sound like they would have the bench.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I said, and she was fine either way. She just wanted me to ask and run that by everyone. And I did let her know that the new bench is probably gonna be at Batten Park. So it won't be up until the path.
But that looks appropriate if they want to buy it. I don't know if that's appropriate for the truck.
Who asked you?
Shane. So, anyways, but I feel my thought was is if they were buying it, which I gave them the option, I said if you guys wanted to buy it, that would be fine. But I said if we were gonna buy it, I feel like we would probably put something on there from like the town perspective, thanking them for their service or something. So,
Exactly.
okay, I will let her know that. Are you good with that?
Or even the same thing, minus just saying.
Sounds good. I'll let them know about that then, and we'll go forward with that then. Good. Anything else for new business?
I do was contacted by a gentleman that wants to, have a gun show at the community center. So I'm going to look into all the aspects of that and permitting process and report back to the board.
No idea about tickets. You buy tickets?
Would I buy tickets?
Tickets?
To the gun show?
Yeah.
Would you buy tickets to the gun show?
Of course, yes.
So,
Okay. Let us know.
so
Anything else?
Yeah, you just try to do something with the one that we knew that we were able to do, and then try to come back around for the others after.
Do what now?
You wanted to table the stipend portion. Did you want to try to do something with the one that we were sure that we could do, and then come back and try to do,
Well, we didn't have what we could do. We were told we couldn't.
that we had one employee?
The issue is volunteers, but.
So one, only one of the three was eligible.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
I put that, we talked about an executive session. I put it in
Okay, Mr. Cameron, then.
Anything else? Do I have a motion for adjournment?
I'll make it.
Okay. Right. Thank you,
So
everyone.
we do need to set a date if we're going to do an executive session.
Yeah.
See ya.
You're gonna lose again.
Purdue game's starting like now.
You're welcome.
You're up.
I trust that this result in miracle strike. The board will happily
You
mediate any claims.
Absolutely not. Never get, yeah, yeah, I never want to get in the middle of a domestic sketch.
Christmas.
Yeah.